Hi guys, welcome back to the UK and Ireland tour. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have our Europa Conference League round of 16 tie against Bosnian side Zrinjski. Since you were last with us, form hasn't been the best. We did get a 3-0 win away in St Johnstone last time out, but as you can see, since last episode, we've just had the one win aside of that, and that came in the Scottish Cup fifth round. A 0-0 draw away against Hearts. We went down to 10 men, so it ended up being a good result, and we drew 0-0 at home against Queen's Park. We also played Rangers. We were away from home. It was a frustrating game. We lost by 2-1. We went 2-0 down in the first half. Again, we had the majority of the chances, but we just couldn't get back into it. Hector Vazquez did his best, but in the end, it wasn't enough. And I was having a look at the way the league's shaping up. We're 14 points behind Celtic now. We're not going to catch them. They're just too good. We've lost 4 games this season in the league, Rangers and Celtic. And it just shows how competitive this is. We've had 8 draws, though, some of which we should have won. Twice against Livingston, and we've got the Queen's Park one there as well. St Johnstone and Motherwell, arguably. Aberdeen, we've drawn against twice, um, but they are a good side. So it's been a bit of a difficult time. Hector Vazquez still doing well overall, with second in the goal scoring charts in the league at the moment, just behind Celtic's Eli Vahi and Ryan Phillips with 12 clean sheets. Kovacevic in goal for Celtic, obviously top of the shop with 17. Um, in terms of actual league reputation, the Scottish Premiership's actually up to the 10th best league in football at the moment. So, reputation of the league is growing, and that could largely be down to the fact that obviously there has been a European winner for the Conference League last year, which was with Aberdeen. So, yeah, we'll take that under advisement, but it does mean that we can get better players to come over to this league. We are rotating quite considerably. We are more capable, I think, than the fixture might suggest. Zrinjski have got some good players. I've had a look at their squad. They are just edging as favourites for this leg. They are at home. Um, to be honest, I'd rather us play a stronger side than that. It keeps asking to put Diamande up front, and I'm not too sure why that is. Um, he's never played up front for us, but recently he seems to be keen on playing up there. We've got Santa Maria and Vasquez up front. Lane and Labe out wide. We've converted them to wingers now, just to keep the width a little bit. Lucero's getting an opportunity in at right back. Rodden and Diop in centre back with Zwain at left back. Phillips remains in goal as well. Um, the reason I've done it with the wingers, when they were cutting inside, it was fine. But when we've got the likes of Santa Maria in the penalty area, he's 6'2". He's a good aerial threat, and he's not really had too many opportunities like that. So if we can maintain the width and get the crosses in, hopefully we can convert a few more chances with him, because he has struggled a little bit just to get into the regular goal scoring habit, and he's missed a penalty recently as well. So he really is struggling to get that level of consistency. But of course, he is still adapting to the football club. So going into this game, we keep our fingers crossed. Like I say, they have got some good players, Zrinjski, and we're going to have to be on point today, I think. And here in Bosnia, it's going to be very important for us to try and come away with something. And even if we get beat, we need it to be a very narrow defeat. Lonchar, Vazquez managing to clear. Barisic now picks it up. It's all Zrinjski early on. We're really struggling to get a foothold in these opening 10 minutes or so. But possession-wise, we're just starting to pick it up now. And hopefully the balance of the game will just start to shift. Here is Milicevic trying to play it in. And Lane did well with the header, but he had no support there. And Savic finds Barisic. Back into Savic again. Now Lonchar over the top. Talalovic is there. It's a lovely finish from Samir Talalovic. It's his 17th goal of the season. And I think he was onside. Well, it's been disallowed, so we've gotten away with it really there. But again, in recent weeks, we just don't seem to be getting into games quite as much. I mean, we've not had a single attempt at goal. They've completely dominated proceedings. Um, we're going to demand a little bit more from the team because, like I say, we're not really getting involved at the moment. Santa Maria into Dior, looking for Paddy Lane. It's easily intercepted. And now Anic back to Savage, switching it to Kuze. Swain did really well. Santa Maria couldn't quite win the header. And Kuze now coming down this right side. God, tackle from Paddy Lane. But again, there's not really any support there. And he had 3 players around him when he won possession there. And we're just really struggling to find a way of getting into this game. Rawdon did well with that header. But again, they pick up the second ball. Diamande doing well to get onto it. Santa Maria in the end back to Zrinjski Diop, who, incidentally, I did have a quick look. We did sign him on a free transfer, but he also actually came from Generation Foot. So we've got a very good allocation of Senegalese youngsters at the minute. Here's Labe with the delivery toward that far post. Paddy Lane was there with the header. It's not the guy that we wanted it to go to. Santa Maria was would have been the better target, but still, at least we've created something. Obviously, I'm looking at some of the other fixtures, likes of Augsburg. They're 2-0 up in their game. Everton, big opposition, really, in this competition. And we are going to have to be really on point if we want to progress. And we'll tell the lads that it's unacceptable because we have been very poor here today. How we're not behind is beyond me. We've had the majority of possession, but Zrinjski creating chance after chance after chance. And we just can't seem to get a foothold in this game at the moment. We're going to take Zwain off. He is struggling a little bit fitness-wise. Paddy Lane is going to have to move to left back, and we'll get Albanese on on that left-hand side. And again, I don't know why we've just suddenly started to struggle. We're creating good amounts of chances in games, but again, we're just not quite clicking for some reason. And yes, I know we made a few signings in January, but not all of them are playing a big part in the squad at the minute. So there shouldn't be that much of an issue, but at the minute, it's just really been a struggle. And don't get me wrong, I'll be more than happy if we can come away with a draw here. Dylan Levitt's going to come on for Diamande. Albanese's on the yellow card already. Lave is going to come off for Eli Duan. Yuan, sorry. I mean, Sensbury and Vasquez, both of them very ineffective today, really. I think, to be honest, we'll give Brad Gunn a run out. He's not really featured too much this season. I'm not too sure why he's not really getting involved at the moment. Lucero's going to come off as well. He's on a yellow card. But for some reason, where my assistant manager is concerned, he's just falling out of favour a bit. Here's Dylan Levitt with the corner. Swings it into that far post. Rodden was there. Yuan into Albanese. And Paddy Lane strikes, but it's gone wide. And from what we've seen of this game, probably our best chance, to be honest. Here is Shapic into Anic. Chilikovic into Milicevic. Now Boban. Vasquez doing well to win possession. Now Eli Yuan. Can he use his pace? Get down this right-hand side. He's charging forward. Whips it in. And Vasquez was there. And the keeper stood his ground. Came back to Vasquez, who was offside, unfortunately. Brad Gunn, I don't know if he had a shot or not. But anyway, Vasquez was offside at that second attempt. And, I mean, we're away from home for a start. So, from that perspective, a draw is a good result. Santa Maria coming down this left-hand side, plays it toward the edge of the penalty area. Brad Gunn couldn't get there. It's cleared. And now Gojak is completely free. And Gojak is running forward, finding Hadzievdic. Can he get the ball in? Yes, he can. Anic was there. We get it clear. And Eli Yuan picks it up. That was close. That could have been very, very dangerous. Vasquez now picking it up. Now we're on the counter-attacks. Eli Yuan is in support of Vasquez. Can he find him? No, he can't. He leads it all the way back to Johnston. And now Dylan Levitt. Chance to strike. And Dylan Levitt, it's only his 3rd goal of the season, but he has possibly got us a winner here. An unlikely one considering the nature of the match. But that is a huge, huge goal for us in the 92nd minute here. And what a moment for us in this Conference League tie. It gives us something to hold on to in the home leg if we can maintain this at 1-0. We weren't favourites for this game by any means. And Zrinjski have been the better side, even though we've had more possession, but we've nicked it right at the end, thanks to Dylan Levitt off the bench with the finish. And we've gotten away with one there, but that is a very, very good win hopefully that'll be a bit of a confidence boost for us as well going into the second leg. We have got a cup tie, funnily enough, against Ayr United in the cup quarter final. So we'll get that played and we'll come back for the second leg momentarily, and hopefully we can find our way into the quarterfinals. Okay then guys, here we go for the second leg at home against Zrinjski. Disappointingly, we're actually out of the Scottish Cup. We lost 3-2 against Ayr United in a game that we dominated, but they scored 3 of their 4 shots on target and we lost 3-2. And it was a very disappointing performance. We didn't hit the target. Yes, we rotated a lot. Obviously, we've got important games in Europe to contend with, but we should have won the game. And we even rotated our goalkeeper, and Jack Wint in goal was terrible. I really don't think I will be playing him again. Full focus, obviously, on this European tie now. We're back to the full strength starting lineup, practically, at least. Santa Maria and Vasquez in front of goal. Paddy Lane and Labe are going to be out on the wings with Diamandi and Dior in the central midfield. Zwain, Diop, Rawdon, Johnston at the back with Phillips returning in goal. And I'll be honest, I'm not too sure having the wingers side of things is working at the moment. We don't seem to be getting as many attempts on target, so I'm going to convert back to the inside forwards and we'll see if that helps at all with how we're doing. Yuan is going to come into the side, in fact, with Paddy Lane on the other, and we'll just see how it goes. And hopefully we can get some goals on the board. Obviously, we know that this is a difficult game. It took us till the very last minute, practically, to get the victory over the Zrinjski in the first leg. Hopefully we can do it here in the second leg. It'd be a very nice way to get through into the quarterfinals. And obviously we'll be keeping an eye on some of the other matches as well. I don't know the scores of the first legs, but we will see the final results, of course, after we have finished the match. Rawdon here into Johnston. Lays it into Paddy Lane, who cuts into the penalty area and strikes, and Karicic makes a decent save there. And Diamande will take the resulting corner. Swinging it in toward that far post, and Karicic making a very comfortable claim in the end. And I think, to be honest, next season we will change these set pieces a little bit. We've not been as dangerous from set pieces with Hibernian as we have been with Crusaders. Obviously, the quality of opposition is a lot better. So I think we need to mix it up a little bit. So that is something that will probably change next season. But so far, in this second leg, again, we've had more possession as we did in the first leg, but we are creating more chances, which is a little bit different to how the first leg went. But we did manage to nick the win, of course. So obviously, Zrinjski are just as capable of doing so here today as Milicevic gets the ball in. And the header was from Talalovic there, and it goes over the bar. And Johnston, of course, played. He actually played against Ayr United as well midweek, so he is going to struggle for fitness today. But we have got options to switch into that right back role. Diop can go out there, and we've also got Welsh on the bench. So at half time, it's 0-0. We're doing we're currently doing what's required of us. I'm keeping an eye on the Everton game because they drew 0-0 against Wolfsburger in the first leg, and they're still at 0-0 there in the second leg. So, I mean, if Everton get knocked out, that is a big side that has been knocked out, and it does potentially open a door for us. But we'll see how we do here first, obviously. And with 20 minutes to go, not very many highlights. Diamande here with a free kick, just lofts it in, looking for Diop. Anich manages to get it away. Diamande picks it up again, and now the swinging ball in, and Santa Maria, again, he's got to be converting those chances. We've brought him in to be our top goal scorer, basically. Obviously, I know we've got Vasquez as well, but he really isn't getting it quite right at the moment. And again, another wasted set piece. Karicic comfortably claiming that one. We're just going to pause there. 20 minutes to go. We've got players struggling again for fitness. Diamande, as good as he is, he's really, really struggled this season, especially with fitness as well. We might have to have a tough decision to make with him come the end of the campaign. Lucero is going to come on at right back as well. Rare opportunity for him, really. Paddy Lane's had a poor game. So we'll get Dean Martin on that right hand side. And I think, to be honest, we'll just leave it at that for now. 20 minutes to go. Can we hang on and make it into the quarterfinal? It's been a very measured round of 16 tie for us, this one. We nicked it in the first leg, as I've already mentioned. Here's Milicevic. Vasquez doing well to intercept that throw. Finds Dean Martin. He just needs to hold it up. Lays it back into Vasquez. Looks over the top, and Dylan Levitt is in. And Dylan Levitt with a big opportunity. And Dylan Levitt is the hero of this round of 16 tie. The last-minute winner in the first leg. And he's given us the lead, including added time, about quarter of an hour from the end of this game. He is very much the hero of this round of 16 tie. And we have a 2-goal advantage now on aggregate with very little time remaining. And we are heading for the Conference League quarterfinals. And again, we've put in some excellent performances on this little run in Europe so far. And we look set to hopefully continue that. We have a free kick here. And it's going to be Dylan Levitt again. With the strike. Oof. I think he clipped the woodwork there. Karacic didn't get a hand to it. He clipped the woodwork. So he's really got the bit between his teeth at the moment, Dylan Levitt. And hopefully we've done enough now to see ourselves through. But if Zrinjski do get a goal back, then it could be a little bit of a nervy finish for us. Here's Shuze. Plays it forward. Lonchar completely free on that left-hand side. Tries to get it into the penalty area. Finds Tilalovic. And there is that goal back that we were very much concerned about. And we're just going to pause there. They've got that goal. Cheek Dior's going to come off. Because once again, he's struggling. Jack Fletcher is going to come on in there. That's going to have to be the last substitution. Damien Rawdon is struggling as well, but he's going to have to stay on. But we need that energy in the midfield just to try and see us through this game. We've been the better side. Can we hang on? Wolfsburg are 2-0 up away at Goodison Park, so Everton are heading out. That's a big exit from the competition in terms of the quality of teams that are remaining. Here's Diop into Dylan Levitt. Now Santa Maria into the penalty area, and it's a good effort. And again, just off target. He just isn't quite getting it right, is he? It'll come. I really do believe that it'll come with him. He's certainly got the quality. Here's Dylan Levitt. Plays it to the edge of the penalty area. It's a good strike from Jack Fletcher. And it's the last few seconds of the match, but it doesn't matter. We've got the victory here. 2-1 in the home leg. 3-1 on aggregate. And we are heading into the Conference League quarterfinals. It's been a very measured performance, as I mentioned, over the two legs. Yes, it was a little bit nervy when Tilalovic scored, 10 minutes ago in the game. And yeah, we've done really well to get through that tie. Like I say, we weren't necessarily the favourites, but we've done extremely well to get through there. Now, full focus will be obviously on the league and the Conference League because, of course, we are now out of the Scottish Cup. You'll notice there, Hibernian to sign Vargas. He is a central midfield player. We've agreed a £1 million fee, plus potentially a little bit more. On top of that, he's a Bolivian international. I mean, his mental attributes are insane. Physical attributes are pretty decent. Marking and tackling are quite good as well. He's 5'9". Just a general central midfield player, can play in defensive midfield as well. So if we want to change it up again in midfield, we certainly have that option. And his passing ability is not the best. He's more likely going to be a defensive midfielder. And we will have to have a look at the way that we set up the squad next year. But that's a good signing for us. £500,000 into the bank. And in terms of the actual results, so Braga knocked out Kukarici. Club Brugge have been knocked out by Austrian side Austria Vienna. Hammarby have knocked out Belgian side Antwerp, so that's a bit of a shock one there. Saint Etienne comfortably through the French side. Augsburg, the German side, comfortably through against Panathinaikos. Wolfsburg are beating Everton is a huge result there. Obviously, we knocked out Bosnian side Zrinjski, and Genk have been beaten by Czech side Sparta Prague 6-5 on aggregate. What a tie that is. So both Belgian sides, sorry, all three. There was three Belgian sides. All three of them are out. So bit of a kick in the teeth for Belgian clubs. But there we go. Going ahead, obviously, we've got the league split coming very, very soon, but we will have our Conference League quarterfinal coming up in the episode on Monday. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will signing away.